Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. It's an amazing day already. The last day in this quarter. The last day in this month. September. It's out of here. Today is the last day of September. Oh my goodness. Have you accomplished your goals for this past quarter? And if you didn't, that's okay. You can definitely keep going or change them, right? You can change your goals. If you didn't meet your goals for this past quarter, today's the last day in the quarter. If you didn't meet your goals, you still got time. It's not over yet. This morning, I just come to add value. If you're new to this page, if you're new to, I won't say channel. Yeah, I am going to share it on YouTube. So yeah, if you're new to this channel, I am here to add value. Okay? This is what I do. I want to share something with you about blind spots, because blind spots are areas where a person view is obstructed, right? So we all have these blind spots. There are things about us that we can't see about ourselves. That's why having the right people around us is important, because they're able to see things that we cannot see. So my favorite quote by Les Brown is, "It's hard to see the picture when you're inside of the frame." It's hard to see the picture when you're inside the frame, because when you're inside of this right here, you can't see. There are things about me that I can't see. There are things about you that you cannot see. That's why you have to have the right people around you. You get to ask these. You get to ask certain questions. Hey, so what about what do I do that's uplifting? Just certain questions you ask them. And be mindful of the people that you're asking, because you may not like the feedback, and it's just feedback. Okay. So some stuff I get feedback all the time. So I get to choose, do I need this feedback, or do I just let it go in one ear, one out of the other? It all depends on who the person is. Because some people provide feedback, they don't even know you. And so in that case, it's like, should I take this feedback? Do I need this feedback? Does it apply to me in my life right now? Those are some things that I go through. I literally think about when I get feedback. So I want to talk about blind spots. How to heal together without hurting each other. The pain we can't see. Okay. I'm done with unprofitable pain. I'm going to get better from my pain. I will do the work. Paralyzed by payback, trying to prove people wrong. Just because you have the right habits does not mean you have the right heart. Unforgiveness only hurts you. The worst type of pain is the one when you're hurting yourself. That's the worst type of pain, when you're hurting yourself and you don't even know you're hurting yourself. It's hard to see yes, I love that quote. What else? I was mad at a person I thought I was supposed to be with. I was mad at this person because I thought that we were supposed to be together. I was so angry with this person. Unprocessed grief, okay, is the greatest hindrance to growth. Grieving what you thought you wanted, right? So in this past quarter, there's some things that we probably didn't accomplish, we probably didn't do, right? So we have to grieve those things. It's real. Grief is not just grieving a person or somebody who's transitioned. It's grieving opportunities. It's grieving friendships. It's grieving relationships that didn't work out. It's grieving goals that you didn't meet. So today is the last day in this month. So let's grieve those things that didn't work out, and then just think about, do I really want this stuff? Do I really want that? Should I change my goals? Should I reposition those goals? And you can do that as well. Excuse me. Many times what I have in my mind doesn't match what God has in store. Plenty of times what we have in our mind is not what God has in store. You can't heal until you learn how to appreciate the pain you overcame. And healed people hear differently. When I say this, healed people hear differently. You cannot experience breakthrough if you can't hear the voice that is doing the breaking. Breakthrough is only for fighters. Okay, let me say that again. You cannot experience breakthrough if you can't hear the voice that is doing the breaking. Breakthrough is only for the fighters. Healed people hear differently. There are things that I say, there are things that I post, and somebody can interpret it a whole nother way. That's not what that meant. But healed people hear differently. Hurt people hear differently. Okay, we have to be aware of that. True breakthrough is when God shows you why you're stuck on the level that you're on. He's trying to reveal that so you can level up, right? We're trying to reveal those things so you cannot stay stuck and stagnant. And he places these people, he positions these people in your life to help you show you. Because like I said, let me get my It's hard to see the picture when you're inside of the frame. So he sends these relationships, these people in your life to help show you you. So there are things that you're irritated about probably with another person. And it's like, I don't know what's wrong with them. It's just, I don't understand this. And could it be you and not them? Right? Could it be you? We have to take inventory of ourselves, because we can't control other people. We only can control ourselves. That's it. Where was I? Where does pain push you? Where does pain push you? Every trial is pregnant with temptation. Where do you go when you're hurt? Where do you go when you're hurt? How do you know if you're triggered or you have unforgiveness in your heart? You react. That's unforgiveness. You respond. Triggers. Right? Reacting versus responding. So we have blind spots. Blind spots are character traits or a way that everyone can see is unhealthy, but you. An area of your life that's unhealthy and affecting you, but you don't see it or feel it. That's blind spots, okay? One of my blind spots, let me share my blind spots. We all got them. We all have them. So let's do inventory. One of my blind spots is, one of my blind spots was, let me reframe that. One of my blind spots was confrontation, right? Another blind spot was self-sabotage. Another blind spot was self-doubt. I tend to self-doubt myself. I tend to self-doubt my worth. So though I know that's my blind spot, I know that. And so you want to have people around you like, no, you really can do this. You got it in you. I know you've done it before. Because sometimes we can't see ourselves. The butterfly can't see its own wings. I got a quote I want to share from a brother that shared with us on a call we was on yesterday. I want to share that. I want to share that at the end. But the butterfly can't see its own beauty. The butterfly can't see its own wings. There are things about ourselves that we don't see. The beauty. Sometimes we don't see the ugliness either. Okay. So here are some, maximize your strengths while minimizing others. Okay. Here are some blind spot infection symptoms. Here are some blind spot infection symptoms. Easily offended. You see rejection as stuff that wasn't even for you. Respond to small rejection as big deal. So something small can happen and you just, oh, I can't believe this. I can't believe you're doing like this. I can't believe you. I'm going to give you a prime example. I posted a quote and it was about strong women. You're either a strong woman or you are surviving or something like that. You're not a strong woman. Something about surviving versus being a strong woman. A strong woman versus being a woman in survival mode. And this person said, so you trying to say I'm better than you? I was like, that's not what I said. That's not what the post said. Hurt people hear differently. Okay. And this person, that is an infection. Easily offended. That is an infection. Unable to move forward. That's an infection. Paralyzed by focusing on our problems and not the possibilities. Stuck on something that happened 6 months ago, 6 years ago, 6 decades ago. Okay. Remember that rejection is redirection. Rejection is redirection. Angry outbursts. Okay. This is another symptom. Focus on the other person rather than the inner struggles. The greatest battle is trying to see the wrong in you. The greatest battle is trying to see the wrong in you. And then you have overprotective, doing more for them than doing for ourselves. So for me, that was helping, trying to save and rescue people, doing more for them than I done for myself. And sometimes we celebrate people on putting everybody before themselves. That ain't no celebration. You got to be at the front of your own line. You should always be at the front of your own line because you can't give what you don't have. Okay, so we have to make sure that we are good in order to help anybody else. We have to go first. Okay. And then we have apathetic attitude, pretending not to care, numb our soul to the pain. Okay. I don't care. Your head is trying to convince your heart that it don't matter. Your head is trying to convince your heart that it doesn't matter. And that is a lie. Okay. I don't care. It doesn't matter. And it does. Like, let's be honest. We do care. We do. But when you get in this place, you get that numbness. You feel like you have to say these things in order to protect yourself. And it's really not protecting you. And then you have hyper independence. You're not afraid of rejection. You do a great deal of avoiding it, rejecting them before they rejected you. That was me too. I rejected them before they rejected me. I didn't give them a chance to reject me. When things started looking crazy, I was out. Like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. I gotta go. Seriously. Thank you. I'm glad you needed to hear that. This stuff stood out for me, and these are notes that I had back in last year. So I have this thing called a vault. I would call it a vault, right? So I have a ton of information. Something keeps coming up, I'm like, I need to share that. So this blind spot, the word blind spot kept coming up. And I was like, I got some information on that. Let me go in my vault and get this information because I'm here to add value. Okay. I'm here to add value. And then we have, I talked about the hyper independence. Did I talk about the hyper independence? Yeah. Okay. So next, in order to numb the area, think about this. When you go for surgery, have you ever had surgery? When you go for surgery, maybe like getting some dental work done also. In order to numb the area, in order for them to do the surgery, they got to numb the area, and they have to numb the area around it, right? And after surgery, think about this. After surgery, if you have a major surgery, they're not gonna let you drive home. They're not gonna let you operate any machinery. They're not gonna let you, and they tell you don't make any major decisions. Okay, so when you're in this state, you have to be mindful of who is around you and who you are around and what you're doing. Okay, it's very important. It's very important to be aware of that. Just because you experience rejection doesn't mean you have to embrace it. Don't hold on to it. It happened. It's over. It's complete. Turn the page. That person was not meant to be in your next chapter. They played their part in your movie and their storyline is over, and that's okay. Rejection addiction. That's another symptom. When you have programming in your mind that this is going to happen to you, they're going to leave. They're going to reject me. They're going to change their mind about me. So I'm going to get rid of them first. I'm going to always have, I used to call them a spare tire. Like I always had somebody I was talking to on the side, just in case this main thing wasn't the main thing no more. Okay. Am I the only one? Rejection addiction. And then we have embrace. So that's all of the traits, all right, of infections. That's all the symptoms of the infection. Embrace versus experience. It's just an experience. I wish somebody had told me that because it didn't feel like that in that moment. And like I said, pull out my handy dandy frame. It's hard to see the picture when you're inside the frame. I wish somebody had looked at me and said, Jennifer, it's just an experience. I can say this to somebody right now who's going through something. It's just an experience. This too shall pass. It's just an experience. This pain, that pain is going to propel you to the person and your purpose for your life. I didn't know that. At the time, I didn't know that. I didn't know it. All I know was I don't want to be in this spot again. I don't want to go through this again. I don't want to feel like this again. So then I put that wall back up again, right? And then what I did was I didn't allow myself time to heal. I just went ahead into another relationship. I use other people as healing. Let me just get with somebody else. So I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to feel these things. I do not want to be alone. I couldn't be alone with myself because I didn't know who I was. So I just made a cycle of, let me keep doing this over and over again until I got to a point where I'm like, you know what, I cannot continue to do this. Because if you want a different outcome, you got to change what you're doing. Because if not, it's like insanity. Doing the same thing, expecting something different. That's insanity. Just saying this to myself, I experienced this. Yeah, listen, it's all, here's the thing, what I didn't realize. It was already over, but I kept reliving it. I kept talking about it. People kept asking me about it. What's going on? What happened? Oh my God, I can't believe it. I just kept rehearsing that pain, right? I was stuck in the victim mode, right? Didn't realize that I was a victor. I was victorious. I was on the other side of that, but it didn't feel like it. And I kept revisiting that pain. I kept recycling that conversation, right? I kept talking about it over and over again. That keeps us stuck and stagnant. And now when I talk about it, I'm talking about it on top of it, not inside of it. Because before, I'm telling you, I was in it and I was inside of it and talking about it. And it was like, woe is me. I can't believe they did this to me. What is wrong with them? It was everybody else but me, right? But me. I had to check in with myself because I picked this person, right? I picked that person. We see the red flags and we just stay. We think we can sex the red flags away. We think we can drink the red flags away. We think we can smoke the red flags away. The red flags are the red flags. They're not going anywhere, okay? If you want something different, you got to do something different. That's right, Mandy. If you want something different, you got to do something different. And that's what I had to do. I was sick and tired of me. I got sick and tired of me. That's it. It wasn't about nobody else. The things that are happening to us are not about anybody else. It's about us. He's trying to show us, right? And so he uses these people because if not, I would have never saw these things about myself. I thought that was good. There's something wrong with them. I'm me. Like, I'm me. What's wrong with them? I didn't know. I had to look in the mirror at myself. Because the biggest enemy is the inner me. Like, we self-sabotage ourselves and don't even realize what we're doing with the decisions, the choices that we're making. That's why we got to do our work so we can make it from a healed, healthy, whole place. It all starts with us. You want to know who your rescue is? You are your rescue. Look in the mirror. You're your own rescue. Hello? Look in the mirror. You are your own rescue. January 3rd, thrown on a bus, almost a year later, inner dialogue, way different. Yeah, we got to change that inner dialogue because the inner affects the outer. If I keep talking about, oh, I can't believe they did this. Why this? I'm just so, I don't know why they don't, like, I'm unlovable. If I keep playing that song, that's what I'm going to get. That's what I'm going to get. If I keep playing that record, that's all I'm going to see. If I keep playing sad love songs, I'm going to stay stuck there. And those songs, like, people make some powerful songs, write some powerful songs in pain. But I can't stay listening to that stuff over and over again because that's gonna keep me in that state. I don't want to stay in that state. I don't know about you, but I don't want to stay in that state. Okay. What else do I have? You have the right to your peace and your freedom. Stop renting your peace out. Yes, I had to take, look at here. I had to take the needle off the record. You're right, man. I had to rip it off. I cannot continue to play the song. It's not healthy for me. It all begins with me. That's right. Humans have the answers. Here's the thing. We have the answers. We do. We don't know we have them. Humans have the answers. They just can't find them on their own. That's why we need other people. That's why we need coaches. That's why we need mentors. That's why we need good, safe friends. Good, safe friends to show us things about ourselves that we can't see. Right? We need safe people that can confront us. Because safe people are confrontable. Okay? And that's pretty much all I had. So how do we get through this? How do we get through this? Number one, release the emotion. Release the emotion. Remember whose you are. Okay? Rejoice from the rejection and give that pain an expiration date. I had to give that pain an expiration date. You cannot continue to keep me stuck and stagnant. I would not continue to repeat the same story, the same cycle. I would not continue to make the same decisions. I won't. I'm unavailable for that. I know that there's greatness out there for me. I know that there's somebody out there for me. Okay? So I got to do my work so I'm able to see that person able to see me. Because I'm telling you, when you're stuck in those dysfunctional, toxic thoughts, and you'll stay stuck in those dysfunctional, toxic relationships, thinking that that's the best that you can do. Because each time that relationship, that person is chipping away at your self-esteem, chipping away at your self-confidence, chipping away at your self-trust, and you just feel like this is the best that I can do. This is what I deserve. That's how I felt. I felt like I deserved it. I felt like I deserve abuse. I felt like I deserved to be talked to any kind of way. I felt like I deserved to be somebody's maybe second choice. I felt like I deserved to be a side piece. Can I be honest? My self-esteem was chipped away so much. I had to go and get me back, right? I had to go and just I had to go be reintroduced to God, and God reintroduced me to me, because these relationships through time, they chip away at your soul. Mind, will, emotions, and imaginations. They chip away at your soul. And I fought like hell to get me back. And I cannot give that away anymore. I will not give that away anymore. It all starts with us. You got the answers inside. You have the answers. Now you might need help. You may need help to uncover those things about yourself that you can't see. There were things about myself that I was doing that was hurting me. It was never about anybody else. It was about me hurting me. I wasn't safe for me. And when I'm not safe for me, I'm not safe for anybody else. So I have to check in with me. I got to make sure that I'm doing what I got to do so I can be the best mom, the best wife, the best teacher, the best coach, the best future counselor, right? I got to do my work. Because at the end of the day, I can't change or fix anybody else. You know how long and hard it took me to get me where I am? You see my shirt? It's my time and it's my turn. It's my time and it's my turn. It's your time and it's your turn. This is the last day in September. Okay, the last day. And if things that you wanted to work out the last couple quarters that didn't work out, don't throw the year away. Do not throw the whole year away, because we still got 3 months left. Do not throw that whole year away, because it's not over yet. It's not over. Grieve what didn't work out, right? Reposition. What do I need? Do I really want? What are my goals? Because you gotta have some goals. Okay? You gotta have a goal, you gotta have a plan. Because if not, you're planning to fail. You fail to plan, you're planning to fail. Okay? So we have to make plans, we have to make goals for ourselves. Thank you. It took me decades to do the self-work to be here where I am today. Total freedom. Yes, total freedom, total peace. And yes, refocus. It's time to refocus. There's some things that didn't work out in the last couple of quarters. And you know what? I'm not going to beat myself up about it. You know what? I'm going to grieve those losses. I'm going to grieve those losses. And I'm going to set some new goals for myself, right? And I'm going to knock those things out. And then who do I need to become in order to accomplish this goal? Because I can't be the same person saying I want something different. Like if I say I want to lose weight, I can't be a person that's just going to eat everything. I can't be a person that's not going to work out. I can't be a person that is not watching what I'm eating. So who do I have to become in order to accomplish that goal? We have to look at ourselves. Blessed Saturday. Blessed Saturday. And thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, Mandy. What else? Okay, so here are some. So when it comes to blind spots, I want you to ask these people. I want you to ask safe people around you, your closest people, your closest friends, maybe closest family members, whoever your go-to person is. And I want you to have the open-mindedness. I want you to have the humility. I want you to do the self-reflection. And when it comes to seeking feedback, okay? And be honest with yourself, okay? Identify the reasons and the willingness, practice self-compassion. So here are some questions that you can ask. And like I said, be able to receive what they're giving you, all right? Where are some areas where I consistently encounter challenges and obstacles, right? Ask them that. Where are some areas in my life where I consistently encounter challenges and obstacles? That's number one. Number two, are there any recurring patterns in my relationships or interactions with others that I may be overlooking? And number three, what are some topics or viewpoints I tend to dismiss or ignore without much consideration? So these are some questions that you can ask, right? That's the homework that was given to us. I want to share that with you. And those questions will help you identify those blind spots. Because like I said, I dropped my frame. It's hard to see the picture when you're inside the frame. So we have to ask we have to ask safe people these questions, because there are things about ourselves that we can't see that are hurting ourselves, right? So for me, I was talking to a coach. A coach helped me see things about myself that I just did not see. And I want to share this quote that this young man shared with us on yesterday. And it was so amazing and so beautiful. And I had to share it. And he said that the butterfly doesn't get to see its beauty. It takes someone on the outside to tell the butterfly it's beautiful. The butterfly doesn't get to see its beauty. It takes someone on the outside to tell the butterfly it's beautiful. Isn't that amazing? I thought that was so amazing, because there are things about ourselves that we don't see. People give me so many compliments and I'm just like, man, I don't see that. I don't see it, but I receive it, right? And it makes me look at me differently, right? Because there are things that we do and we helping other people and they're giving us positive feedback, right? And then somebody can give us one negative comment. I can look at the feed and see a bunch of just love and support, and I can see that one negative thing. And my mind is just narrowed into that. And then I start internalizing it, right? That's kind of what we do unconsciously, because that negative thing will always stand out. It will. So just be mindful of that. Be mindful of your truth, and ask people these questions. The butterfly the butterfly can't see its beauty. The butterfly can't see those pretty, beautiful, colorful wings. They can't see it. So it takes someone on the outside to tell them, you are beautiful. You are amazing. You can do great things. You really listen to people. You really help people. You really support people. You are really caring. You are really smart. You are really intelligent. You got this. You got this. I've seen you overcome so many obstacles. Like you inspire me. When people tell me that stuff like that, oh my goodness, it just fills my cup up, my emotional cup. Because we need those affirmations. Because sometimes, We give them to ourselves, and when we receive them from other people, it's a plus. But don't just rely on that, right? Give yourself those things too. When I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror, I love me, I accept me. So anybody else's love, like, or acceptance is a plus. Those things I give myself. We got to give ourselves those things. If you want your life to be differently, you got to look at yourself differently. It all starts with us. It all starts with us. At the end of the day, it all starts with us. I hope this was helpful. I hope this add value, and I'm complete. I'm going to stop this podcast.